Let's hydrate first. This Nairobi heat. Hi everyone and welcome to my channel. My name is Wangare. My channel's name is Wangare's World. If you're new here, welcome. And if you're a returning subscriber, welcome back. For those who watch my content and haven't subscribed, please consider subscribing. I do content around fashion, around lifestyle, around skincare, around books, because today I just want to review a few books that I've been loving. I love that everyone right now is going back to reading. I've been a person who loves reading fictional books, especially since I was very young. It's something that used to just teleport me. If you're a reader, you know what I'm talking about. It just teleports you to a different world. You can be in your nook in the coffee place or in a matatu or wherever, and it just teleports you to a different place. And that's when I started falling in love with reading. And today I want to give you guys a few of my favorite reads so far. I restarted my journey sometime last year, last year, but one, if I'm not wrong. I've not been consistent, I won't lie, because I've been kind of busy, but I always try and find time to read a few chapters. I read somewhere that if you can just get time to read just 20 chapters a day, you'll be done with three books in 3 months. So that's what I've been doing, and I've been seeing progress. Right now I'm reading a book called His Only Wife, but I just want to start with my favorites, starting with this one. A minute, they're over here. And most of my books are fictional. They're not really non-fictional. I don't really read fictional books. No, what am I even saying? My books are usually fictional. I love autobiographies, but not a lot of them. I love Michelle. I want to get Becoming by Michelle. I know I'm late to the party. I want to get a book by Trevor Noah. There's another one by Gabrielle Union. Like, I want to get a few of those autobiographies that seem to be really interesting. But I also read motivational, but not that much, I won't lie. I'm not a big fan of motivational books because I personally can't relate to them. If you're a motivational person, inspirational person, reader, that's fine, but it just doesn't work for me, especially in book form, because I just find the disparity between someone starting and where they are now, it doesn't really connect with me. But there's one book that I actually really love. That's it's a simple read, and that's why I love it, and it's called Atomic Habits. I know most of you have seen it or read it or have come across someone who's read it. It's a very small book. It's not much, but if you can find time to just be reading a chapter a day, this book will transform your habits, literally. It is about small changes. Like, if you can decide, let me give an example. If you're trying to lose weight, instead of thinking, will I be able to be going to the gym each day? No, start by getting a skipping rope, skipping 10 skips. The next time you do 20, the next time you do 30, the next time you do a walk, and then you add on to that. It's just about that, just adding small changes into our lifestyles that create big changes that eventually help us in our day-to-day. I really love this book. If you can get it, it actually is like a guide to transforming your life. If you're in that stage in life, then get this book. It will really help you. It's by James Clear. It's called Atomic Habit. Let me see if I can get the camera to focus there. Yeah, that's book number 1. Now, book number 2, and my favorite read, and funny enough, this was the first book I ran into when I started reading. It's called The Secret Lives of Babasegi's Wives by Lola Shonayen. This book, if you want to restart your reading journey, if you've been someone who's been reading and you want to restart that journey like I did, I could never recommend another book as good as this one. This book is funny. It has tragedy, it has comedy, it has mystery, it has everything in between, and I love this book. It's an easy read. It's a book that, like, literally you can finish it within 2 days. It's that captivating. If you want to restart your journey of reading, please get The Secret Lives of Babasegi's Wives. It is so funny. I won't go into details about it so that I don't spoil it for anyone, but if you want something funny, get this book. It's really, really, really interesting from the beginning. You can sort of see where it's going, but you just want to see how the whole story unveils itself at the end, and it's a must read. I think I'll even read it again. This is a beautiful, beautiful book. The next book that also got me back into reading is Americana. Americana is by Chimamanda Adichie. I love Chimamanda. She does good writing. I have 3 of her books so far. This was amongst also the very first books I read when I started reading. I got them from a guy who sells books, and he's the one who recommends the books that I get, and this is a very good book. It's like, I feel like it's almost like a true story of Chimamanda and how she adapted to American life and all that. It's a very, very good book. It's an easy read. No matter as big as it looks, it's very easy to read. It's very easy to get lost into, and it's a beautiful, beautiful book. If you can get Americana is a book I would definitely recommend. Now the next book, this one was a very random purchase. I was going for another book, but he said I should get this, and I love small books, like you can see, like this one. And the guy who sells to me, he was like, you should read this book. It's called The Hairdresser of Harare. It's a very beautiful book. It doesn't give itself away on the few in the few first chapters, so that's why I love it. It's a book that you almost have to keep unraveling. You're like, is it not, is it not? And at the end of the day, you get to understand what it's about. It's about if you're someone who's I don't know how to say it, but if you're someone who's really triggered by some LGBTQ kind of violence, then don't read it, because it has some of that in it. But it's a very beautiful book. At the end, it really unravels into something beautiful, and I would definitely recommend it. It's an easy read. It's something very light but also very heavy, and I really love it. So if you can get it, it's by Tendai Huchu. This is another very beautiful and very easy read. The next book is called Stay With Me. This was another recommendation by my book guy, by oh my god, I know I'm butchering these names, but it's Ayobami Adebayo. These Nigerian names, but I really love Nigerian authors, not to be discriminative, but I love Nigerian authors and how they love. This is another beautiful, and I mean beautiful read. If you want a book that doesn't also give itself away, and it's very, I feel like it's very real. Everything in this book, it's something that a lot of women can relate to. It's something that a lot of women maybe have gone through, something I've heard about. So I don't want to give anything away about it, but if you want something that's sort of mysterious, sort of I don't know, it's a book. It's a good book. It's a very good book, because if I say anything about it, I'll give it away, and I don't want to do that. But if you want something that as a woman especially want to relate to, and as a man maybe you want to relate to your woman and the struggles that some women go through, especially to do stuff to do with fertility, this is a nice read, a very beautiful read. I would definitely recommend it. And another Nigerian author, I don't think I have any other authors apart from Nigeria, but Tendai Huchu, I don't think is Nigerian, that's from Harare. So the other book that I know everyone and their mother has heard about is Half of a Yellow Sun. This is a very deep book by Chimamanda again. I love Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie. She's a beautiful author. This is a very deep book. So if you want a book that you really want to have to concentrate, this is a book you can't have like noise in the background. At least I know I can't do that. Or you don't want to be distracted at all. This is a beautiful read. Maybe at the balcony when it's quiet. It's a very beautiful read, but it needs 100% of your attention. It's a very It has a lot of tumultuous scenes in it. It's about kind of war in the, I don't know, you can read about it. For us here in Kenya, we can't really relate to war like that. Not really war like you know, those gorillas that hide and stuff like that. It's based loosely on that. And if you want something that takes and captures your attention, but it takes a while, it needs your brain, like 100% of your brain. You can't just be reading it mindlessly. You have to concentrate with this book, and I really 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 love it. Now the next book is another book that I am not so sure about. It's called The Death of Vivek Oji. It's by what's her name, Akwaeke Emezi. This one, The Death of Vivek Oji. This is another one that I don't know, I'm kind of 50-50 about it, because it's a weird book. I don't know, I found it very weird. I found it very, can I say, incestuous, LGBTQ, all those things. Like, it's very weird. It's very, very weird. But the way it ends, it makes all that confusion worth it. Because when it starts, it's very weird. Of course, it's about someone gay, but it just ends in a very, very weird way. I don't have anything against LGBTQ or anything. I don't really have much of an opinion on that, but the book itself, the way it ends, it's just so weird. Like, you'd think the way it will end, it will be like, it's just, if you want a very mysterious book, but it's also very, I don't know, it's very disturbing. It really disturbed me, the way the story was unfolding, everything that was happening with this young man, and even his relations. Like, this book really confused me, and it really put my mood down, but it ends in a very beautiful way. So if you want something that is mysterious and is a bit wishy, if you want something, some people love reading books that make them a bit sad, and this could be it for you. The Death of Vivek Oji, it's about this young man who dies. Of course, you know, he dies from the beginning, but how he dies, it's weird. His journey towards that part of his life was a bit weird. Everything about it was a bit weird. Let me take another sip of water before I close up. I hope we are all hydrating. Seriously, this Nairobi heat will be the end of us. The other book that my book guy recommended is this, The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo by Taylor Jenkins Reid. This, I won't lie, I never even went past the first chapter. This book was very weird to me. I don't know. I love African authors, and this one really threw me off. I didn't read much of it. So if someone can, maybe, of course I've read the reviews and everything, but it's just not a book that captivated me from the beginning. I am sure I'll go back to it, but right now I have another book. That's why I put it aside. I just got it, but I'll maybe go back to it. My book I also recommended, this one is called His Only Wife, and so far I love it. I just started it today. I'm on like chapter 4. I love this book. It's another Nigerian author. He or she is called P. Adzo Medi. So it's another book on the Nigerian culture, how women in Nigeria are, especially their culture. It just shows how the marriage and stuff like that. You know, reading books also exposes you. If you love traveling like me and learning new cultures, reading also exposes you to such things. This book, I've read only 4 chapters, but so far I have come to see that the Nigerian culture is very different from other, like our Kenyan culture, because this book, the way it starts, it's very confusing to me, because I'll just give a teeny bit away. It's about a woman who marries someone that she's not yet met, and it's an arranged marriage kind of thing. Arranged marriages are there in some African societies, but in Kenya it's not that prevalent. It's mostly maybe in West Africa or something. Here in Kenya we don't really do that. But I can tell that it's going to be an interesting book, and if you want a book on learning cultures and stuff like that, this could be a good read. I love it so far, and I'm sure I'm going to finish it by maybe May next month, and then get another book. There's a book I've been eyeing. It's called All the Men. Is it the men or the women? All the Men in Lagos are Mad or something. I want to get that book. It's been raved about for a while, and I also want to get some Kenyan authors, specifically maybe Jackson Biko, or some interesting authors that do really good writing that's captivating. I'm not about that old school, those old school books, you know. You know those authors I'm talking about. If you know, you know. But if you've reached up to here and you like any of these books, please comment down below which one was your favorite. If you have any suggestions that you can suggest to me, please comment down below and tell me what other books that I should get. I love West African authors, like you've seen. I love fictional books. I love stories that unravel like an onion. Like every step is just wow, wow, wow. That's the kind of reading that I like, and I hope you'll recommend that. Please comment down below. Again, for those who are watching without subscribing, please consider subscribing. Let this small channel grow. It's something that I just started as a passion project, but I'm finding myself loving to do it more and more because it's a release for me from everyday life. It's something I love coming here to talk about, to talk with people that I can't really see, to just vibe, get my makeup, get my my groove on, and just vibe with guys, because I love talking to people. I love communication. That's what I've studied in campus, and it's a form of communication. It's a form of release for me. So if you want to, please subscribe, please comment, please like. Till next time, bye guys. Mwah.